You want to know what makes her stay up at night, replaying the way you looked at her, the way you didn't flinch, didn't beg, didn't chase. You want to know what makes her feel that hollow ache in her chest when you walk away. It's not your looks, it's not your money, it's not the words you said, it's the energy you carry when you finally stop trying to prove your worth, when you stop explaining yourself, when you stop needing her. That's when everything changes. Women can't resist men who master this. Not because it's a game, not because it's manipulation, but because it taps into something primal, something she can't intellectualize. Detachment, emotional self-control, inner stillness. The calm confidence of a man who knows who he is and doesn't need to be understood. Most men never get there. Most men spend their lives chasing validation, overthinking every word, reacting emotionally to every shift in her behavior. They beg, they explain, they try harder, and in doing so they hand their power over, piece by piece, until there's nothing left to respect. What she's really drawn to is the man who doesn't flinch when she pulls away, the man who doesn't spiral when she tests him, the man who can love her deeply but never lose himself in the process. That kind of man is rare. That kind of man is unforgettable, because here's the truth no one tells you. Women are emotional creatures, wired to feel, to test, to seek strength. She doesn't always do it consciously, but she wants to feel your frame, not your muscles, your emotional frame, your backbone, your boundaries, your ability to hold yourself steady when her storm hits. She wants to feel your depth without drowning you in hers. And most men fail that test, not because they're weak, but because they were never taught how to stay rooted. You see, when you become emotionally disciplined, when you stop seeking her reactions to validate your worth, you become magnetic. Not in a loud, flashy way, in a calm, grounded way. A way that makes her feel something she can't quite explain. A pull, a gravity, a safety. Women can't resist that. Because it's rare, because it's stable, because it's real. But to get there, you have to break the addiction to her approval. You have to stop using her attention as your oxygen. That's the hard part. That's the real work. And it begins with loss, with walking away, with silence, with standing still while every part of you wants to reach back out, explain yourself, fix it. But you don't. You breathe. You stay still. You let her come to you. Because when you truly master detachment, you stop reacting to the ups and downs. You stop chasing closure. You stop needing anything from her. And in that space, she feels it. She feels the shift. She feels the part of you that is no longer afraid to lose her. That's what gets her attention. It's not about being mean. It's not about playing games. It's about choosing yourself so completely, so silently, that she can feel the difference in your energy. She starts wondering what you're thinking, why you're not reaching out, if you've moved on, if you ever needed her the way she thought you did. And that curiosity, that uncertainty, is the seed of attraction. You see, most men think they need to do more to get her back. Text her, call her, show up, say the right thing. But what they don't understand is that her attraction was never about what you did. It was about how you made her feel. And when you chase, when you beg, when you try to convince her, you make her feel like the prize, like the one who holds all the power. But when you walk away with dignity, with calm, with detachment, you make her feel the loss. You make her feel the absence of your presence. And that's when things shift. Because women don't chase words, they chase energy. They chase the feeling they get around you. And when that feeling is grounded, unbothered, unshakable, they crave it. But you can't fake it. You have to become it. You have to actually heal, actually detach, actually be willing to lose her fully. That's what makes it powerful. That's what makes it real. And once you get there, everything changes. You stop fearing rejection. You stop over-analyzing texts. You stop being thrown off by her moods, her silence, her distance, because you're not trying to control anything anymore. You're just being. And ironically, that's when you become most attractive, because she doesn't want control. She wants to feel your strength. She wants to feel your presence. She wants to know that if she walks away, you won't fall apart. That's what makes a man magnetic. So stop chasing, stop overthinking, stop trying to win her back. Become the man who doesn't need her to feel whole, the man who can love her, desire her, care for her, and still walk away with his dignity intact. That's the man she can't forget. That's the man she respects. That's the man she chases. Women can't resist men who master this because it's not about being cold. It's about being complete. And once you are, you'll never chase again. But mastering this doesn't happen overnight. It's built through pain, through silence, through the long nights when you want to reach out, but you don't, through the moments you choose your dignity over your desire, through the discipline of emotional self-control. That's how strength is forged. That's how clarity is born. Because what you're really doing isn't walking away from her. You're walking back to yourself, to the version of you that doesn't need to convince anyone to love you, to the man who commands respect by the way he carries himself, not by what he says. That's the real power. And once you taste it, you'll never beg again. You'll never overthink again. You'll never lose yourself in someone else's storm. You'll stand tall, calm, silent, certain, and she'll feel it. Long before she sees you again, she'll feel the shift. She'll feel the absence of your neediness, the presence of your strength, and it will hit her in a way no words ever could. That's what women chase. Not validation, not attention, not compliments. They chase stability. They chase mystery. They chase presence. So become that. Become the man who doesn't need to speak to be felt, the man who doesn't need to control to lead, the man who doesn't need to chase because he understands what he offers. And that man never goes unnoticed. That man never has to ask for respect. He earns it by existing in silence, in strength, in emotional discipline. So walk away, not to punish her, but to protect your soul. Let your absence speak the words your pride never should. Let your silence rebuild the man you forgot you were. And when she feels that shift, when she realizes she no longer has access to the version of you that once needed her, that's when she'll come back. And if she doesn't, good, because the man you're becoming doesn't need her. He doesn't need anyone. And that's what makes him so powerful. She can't resist that. No one can. So if there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's this. You don't earn respect by trying harder. You don't earn love by chasing it. And you don't become magnetic by proving your worth to someone who only values you when you're silent. You earn it by mastering yourself, your emotions, your discipline, your detachment, by becoming the kind of man who doesn't move to be seen, but is impossible to ignore. This isn't about playing games. It's about understanding the difference between being available and being valuable. And once you see it, once you really live it, you stop needing anything from anyone. That's when everything changes. And if you want to go deeper into that mindset, into that transformation, there's a link in the description to my ebook, How to Stop Chasing Love and Make Them Chase You. It's for those who are ready to stop overgiving, stop explaining, and start moving with quiet strength. If that's you, it's there when you're ready.